Alright, today we have a 2011 Toyota Tundra, and we are replacing brake pads, inner and outer tie rods. Unfortunately, I started this video late. I already got the brake pads out, but I will record the next one so you guys can see how it's done. Hopefully I can help someone, and I'll be back with the video. Okay, so we're doing inner and outer tie rods. Step one, we got to remove this. So you straighten out the thing and you grab a picket, and once you got the picket in there, it will come out by itself. Once it's there, we'll grab So after that's straight, all you do is pull it. Okay, so now we're gonna take this off. If I'm not incorrect, this is 22, size 22. Nope, it's a bit bigger than 22. So it's a 15/16. So we're gonna remove this. Once it's off, we'll bang it a couple of times. I have my special hammer for that. I use this one. If this one doesn't work, this one always works. All right, be back with the video when this is off. Remember, bang here, and it'll pop right down. Okay, so we remove this. We'll tie it up back a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. And then what we're gonna do is hit this right down here. Don't hit the knuckle, you gotta hit here. So 1, 2, it's not budging. I'll come back with the video. Okay, so after a little bit of lube, WD-40, homeboy is out. Don't you just hate it? So we'll put this down. Let me see if I can just easily do it like this so you guys can see me. So this is how you do it. You apply pressure down, and with the impact, bring it up. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, so you put a pressure and impact. A mixture of the two will get the job done. I'll be back with the video. Now we're gonna go loosen this off, loosen that off, and get rid of the whole thing out. Be right back with you. Remember, before you start moving that side over there, we have to put this back here and give it hand tied. So when you're bolting that side, it'll be very easy. Okay, back to the video. So this is what I do. I count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We write it. Right side, 9. And we bring this out. Once it's out, that's what you're removing. This is the inner tie rod. So once you remove this, the arm will come off, and we will reinstall the new one. See those two edges? Just make sure you have a pretty big clamp, pliers that will open big enough to tie that up. In my case, I have these giants and they work miracles. These are pretty handy. If not, you can always use these a bit bigger. I have a bigger set in the car, so we'll tear it down, and once it's off, we'll come back with the video. Back with the video. So this is apart from here. We got this out here. This. We got this little clip off, and we broke the inner clamp. Inner clamp are very sensitive. You can't reuse these. So once it's off, all you need to do is go buy a regular radiator clamp and reclamp the inside so dust won't get inside of this. So this is how it's done. Once you have everything apart, you already undid this. Take it off. Take this off. This bolt untied it. Then it's very easy. You just come out with it. Once it comes out, you're all in. Boom. And what the? So the problem this truck was having was shaking. It was rattling when you hit the brake. So that means the inner tie rods are done. I checked everything else. Everything else seems pretty decent, for the exception of these. They're ripped, broken, and no more grease inside of them. So this can be part of the problem. Alrighty. So once we're done with that, let's get all this stuff out of here and get it ready to come off. And then we put them back together, and we'll try to do alignment without the machine. I'll teach you guys my little secret, and then we'll go test drive it to make sure that the alignment is pretty fair. All right, so this is off. All you do now is the dust cover. Dust cover's off. Remember, sometimes when you unplug this right here, once you unplug it, oil may drip down. So make sure you have something to catch it, so you won't make a mess. It is very important to always keep your working area clean. That's what I was told while I was studying mechanics. So let's do it. I'll come back with the video. All right, so I've been struggling for 45 minutes trying to get this little part out. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the right tools today. What? There's always O'Reilly's. So I went to O'Reilly's, got a size 47 wrench for Ford, Toyota, and other GM vehicles, and we're finally gonna do it. I'll be back with the video. All right, so update on this. What I did was I spent the steering wheel column to the right, all the way to the right, the steering wheel, and this came out. So when this came out, it was a lot easier to get out. That's the only way it will come out. So what you do is you turn the steering wheel to the right all the way, and then that's how this comes out. It took me a bit over an hour, but it paid off. We're set. Ready for the new one. I'll come back with the video. All right, so we're back at the point. We strapped that one down. We got here. We come over here, and it should be 9. Remember, 9, and that's how good it should be. But since this one's a bit off balance, that means it's pulling that way, so we're gonna leave it 11, and hopefully that fixes the problem. So it'll be 9, 10, 11, 2 lines more, so that we could even it out and have a perfect balance. Before I put it on, I'll show you how to balance the whole thing. I try my best, but I always get it right. So hopefully with 11 we can do it. We rode this earlier. It was 9R and it worked miracles. All right, so let's do it again. Okay, so we have this back together and we got 10. So we'll start off here. 1, and then you just gotta feel it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10. We gave it 1 more, and hopefully that fixes the problem. And that's how you line up the car. We had 9 before, and it was going a little bit to the left, so we give it 10 so it can even out, pull out, and now it's not going to go to the left, it's going to stay equally the same. And we'll do the other side the same. Oh yeah, I like it. Alrighty, so everything is back together. All we need to do is tie these 2 up. It'll take 1 minute. Tie it, one goes that way and the other one goes that way. Once it's tied up, we should be good to go. Okay, so first thing, for the brake pads, you got to remove the safety pin. Goes here, here, and up here, right here, and this ties up in the middle. So once you remove this, very easy. Let's go get some tools. Grab a flathead. Grab a bigger flathead. And if you have one of these come in clutch. They're always handy for these kind of brakes. Very simple. So what you do is you grip on right here. Very careful, so you won't mess up the disc. And if you can't do it, then you go up here. And there we go. Let's start building pressure. And once you got that, okay. So once it's split it, make sure you stick something in there to keep it open, and then you split the other one equally the same, and make sure it's down all the way, the pistons. If you don't do it all the way, you won't be able to fit the new ones. I'll show you why. Okay. So once we're done, very easy. Remove one safety pin and remove the second safety pin. So you have one safety pin, two 60 pins, and then they'll come right out. Right out. All right, so we're down to 0. All right, what I do for these brakes, I always have a cleaner. And a container. So we put it right underneath, and inside slowly. No dust residue. And just let it dry. While you do that, this is Toyota genuine parts. Grab these two. Remember, the whistler always goes in the inner part. So we grease them all up. And we'll grease up the second. And then we'll split up. Okay, so now we'll just spread it around. Make sure it gets all over the place. All around. Grease. Grease up here and up here. Okay, like I mentioned to you guys, the one with the whistler always goes in the inner part, which is not open completely. So what we do is put this back in here, and we'll put this one in here, and this one should go right in. Okay, so this one goes right in. Once you have that one in, right there, you'll grab this. And open it. Once it's open, remove the old one, and we'll slide in the new one with the little whistler. Hopefully it's slide in all the way where we can fit it. Okay, I can't do it with two hands, so I'll be right back with this video. Alright, so I did what I had to do. This thing went all the way through. Let's fix it, lock it in place, and we'll slide in the first joint. This is the lock. Make sure you grease it up, move it up, and move up the next side, and then we'll adjust this one right there, and we'll make it go right in here. You know what? It is going backwards, so the lock goes in through this side, but we have it set up already for it to slide in. Right in, all the way through. We'll grab the second one. It's already lubed. We'll stick it into here and make sure the grease goes in there. And then we'll stick it in the right way from here. And there we go. It's right through, right through. So we have a safety pan. We will tie up the center, and make sure this one goes in first. If you can't do it with your fingers, make sure you look for it up. Some pliers would help. Alright, I'll be back with the video once they're put on. So same process. We lubed this up, took off the bolt, jammed it out of there. Since we're not using this tie rod anymore, it don't matter if you hit it on top. The thread will be messed up, but you're replacing it, so it doesn't matter to me. We're gonna remove all that stuff and we'll come back. Remember, removing the tie rod, always count the little stripes here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So what we do is mark them. 8 left. Update rack and pinion. No, this is not the rack and pinion. This is the sway bar, inner sway bar. So it's out. I finally got it out and it's good to go. We'll install the new one and see you in a minute. All complete. And once again, we did it again. 2011 Tundra, brake pads, inner tie rods and outer tie rods. Both sides, done deal.